In this video, we finish the NASCAR boom tube on my 72 F250. Part 1, we make this thing out of scrap electrical pipe. In this video, we install it, finish it off. This thing sounds insane. We got the F250 jacked. This right here is boom tube version 1. This is version 2, is something like that. Basically cut it off from there. This side will come right here. Thinking about cutting the Y pipe right about there and then somehow joining them together right around here. The angle would be like right there. I kind of made this flat boom tube portion longer. It's pretty narrow there. My intent, obviously is to cut it somewhere over here. Continue this cut. Well, I think I figured it out. I'm gonna start by cutting the Y pipe here, and then we can fit it to the new boom tube. We got this thing cut off. I'm gonna come in here with a scrap piece, probably electrical conduit, most likely. Tack it from here across to here so that my spacing stays the same. Well, I got the first piece of scrap metal that I saw, so I'm gonna tack this piece of shallow strut on right about there. That should hold it nice and steady. All right, let her rip. That'll work perfect. I think we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just slice these off. There's one piece. Quick mock-up look. Now I'm gonna clean the ends of both of these with the grinding wheel. Make this a little tighter. This has turned out to be a little bit more complicated to make these two things up. Well, they're at different angles. See, these two pipes aren't flush with the road, you know what I mean? They're kind of up like that. So that means it's twisted, and then this dips down at an angle, so this has to change. I'm gonna put a tack here, check the angle, adjust. I'm gonna make these triangulation pieces that are basically just gonna hold this joint together, and these two pieces will be oriented in the way that they want to be oriented. Then I'm gonna come back with flat sheet and pound it into shape. Cut, fit, trim, hammer, cut, fit, trim, hammer, fit, hammer, cut, trim. Make little filler plates to smooth all this together. My neck is starting to cramp up, so I'm gonna get to tacking. Ow, ow, burning my arm. All right, now I'm gonna check the angle of the dangle. Ow. Wow, that's a big gap. How am I gonna deal with that? Let's see if I can tack this on there. I think that's good enough to take off now. Oh yeah, there goes one piece. There it is. It's together, it's done. There was lots of tacking and welding and hammering and grinding and panicking. That was pretty, well, my back hurts. I almost set my wooden welding table ablaze. Well, we're almost done. Here's what we got. This is exactly where I want it. And here's my merge collector here. Just some flat. You can see it's actually pretty sweet. But you can see how it is round and then it widens. Sometimes when I get going, I just get going and well, it's on the truck now, so we should instantly fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. Well, that sounds really cool. I'm gonna put a mount back on that. Cut it flush. I cannot wait to see what it looks like cut flush. This thing is mounted. Very similar to what I did before, but instead of welding this straight to the frame, I booger welded a nut so this whole thing can slide out. Everything's holding up really well. from the version 1, except for that. So now when I take this off, I just take this nut off, thread that nut up, and I can pull this stud all the way out. So now, cut this thing off of the death wheel, I think just right here on the truck. I'm gonna have to take it off again. Now that I got it marked, I'm gonna take it off, cut it to length. I'm gonna cut this line, put it back in. We're finished. Check this thing out. Oh my gosh. It is stout. That looks so sick. All right. That's sick. That sounds so good. It's really smooth. Smoother. Next day, updates. Yesterday evening when I got home from the test drive, I noticed a few issues. One issue was there was small cracks right here. The other issue is the mount broke off. I was reviewing the footage yesterday when I was doing the sound check, and I noticed the flat top and bottom were they were really flexing. Today I added these dividers. I welded the cracks, I re-welded the seams for like the last 8 inches to keep it from flexing and snapping. And then I added these vertical dividers. So I added the vertical dividers for rigidity, and then I re-welded the mount. Very happy with it. It just looks so sick. So I'm out here in my racetrack, so I'm gonna set up the camera and do some drive-bys. Some high RPM shifting in this thing. We'll give her a launch and row through some gears here. I say row, I mean crazy. Hold on, what? Right there. I honestly was not expecting that. That's some serious stuff. Hey, I smell something burning. That was really cool. That was unexpected. I think NASCARs sound really cool. I understand a lot of the NASCAR sound is from a high horsepower, high compression motor turning at 6,500 RPM. I understand that. And I know, I'm not saying this truck sounds like a NASCAR. because it doesn't. It kind of sounds like a boat. The vibe is there. When you get it up to like 5,500, 6,000, it does sound more like a NASCAR than just cherry bomb, glass pack, Flowmaster, chambered muffler, any of those stuff. This obviously is going to sound more like a NASCAR boom tube because it kind of, sort of, that was the idea. What I was not expecting is a performance increase. I actually felt a noticeable power increase. I'm not sure how much power we added with the boom tube, but it was enough to notice. That's for sure. I think compared to the version 1 boom tube with just the straight duals, it's actually a little bit quieter, it's a little smoother sounding, and there is a noticeable power increase, which is awesome. So it's a win-win. And it looks killer. Let me know what you think of the boom tube version 2. Get down there in the comments. I want to hear some feedback on this thing. Also, I want to know what you guys are driving. I have my 96 Suburban 4-wheel drive, and then I have this 72 F250. What are you guys driving? You truck guys? Car guys? Truck and car guys? Or do you like old cars? Let me know. All in all, this project was a huge success. It looks cool, sounds good, and actually performs. That is a win-win-win in my book. And it was a fun time to build. I also have a 2-part series where I build version 1 of this, which was just the straight duals. Check out the F250 playlist. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you hanging around to the end of the video. Let me know what you want to see next. Should we short bed this thing? I kind of think so. I would like to do a short bed conversion. Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video.